what's up, guys? And welcome back to another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh my god, I'm so excited to get back into this and unlock some more side stories. But anyway, let's get back into regular Doki Doki Literature Club and see what happens. Oh my god, I am so excited. I cannot wait to unlock more side stories. So anyway, right here is where we were. You can click the skip button to fast forward the things you already been through. Okay, who should I show my poem to first? How about Natsuki? So Natsuki, I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I share mine with her first. Kat, if you're not going to this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What do you expect me to believe? You actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort into it. Well, we all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of your first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can drive, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't it the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight than the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. How about Sayori? This is a good poem, Kat. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm sitting right in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into this yet, but it doesn't mean I broke my promise. See? It's like I said before, Kat. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you for that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead till me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I don't want breakfast. Sayori? This is a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. With bad stupid breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. That was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. The next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Next, I'm gonna show it to Monica. Hi, Kat. Have a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Kat. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand my poem to Monica. Great job, Kat. I was going, oh, in my head. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something this deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that you're Alexis kind of writing, right? Writing this full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sarah, who likes simple drugged words to describe happiness and sadness, you're like someone readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry much about that. Do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of writing style that suits you. Everyone else may be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I will always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction of this spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer and take for a clue. No, I can't see, I reel. Blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It was a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realized now I was looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very free-form, as you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask your feedback. It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you can say I had some kind of epiphany lately. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes during a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on specific points. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to write something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark pile of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Last is Yuri. As Yuri reads my poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. Why am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? The use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. Just meant Yuri throws off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just there's specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of wanted to pick on them. I think the most notable things I realize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form for the two together. Their end result is both style and expressiveness are weakened. Yuri finds her train of thought. It's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? No. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts enter the light. The trundles of hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, that was such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you long time to read. Well, I don't read script very often. I think your handwriting is pretty, aka cursive. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write long. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it, to be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story's not about a ghost at all, Kat. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you really glance over it after all. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her past, remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so... Nah. If anything, I'd probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Kat. Me too. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my own mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly sheets of paper showing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Yuri's eyebrows fear and frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. This language. Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Yuri dismissively turns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I don't know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Do you mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I give a couple suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Kat did too. So based on that, I gladly get some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, so unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Kat liked my poem too, you know. He even told me that he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe yours is just that he actually appreciates my advice more than you. Huh? And how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I was full of myself. I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs managed to grow a size bigger as soon as Kat started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Kat? She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this probably wouldn't have happened in the first place. What is the point of making your poems convoluted for no reason? That means you jump right out at the reader and not force them to figure it out. I mean to explain things to her, Kat. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. If the only way to convey complex feelings of meaning most effectively, avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Kat? Well, how did I get dragged to this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, I probably think more highly of me. So of course there's gonna have to be Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Oh well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that nagging my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Just how much you know. That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me! Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing. And sharing can be definitely hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Tsurugi is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice is caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly, with a face that I can do not to feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. If you say so. Hey! It's not like I need you to apologize for me, Kat. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Everyone steps to her. Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a hard time with this when she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with everyone. Yeah, they're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Oh, that makes sense. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Kat. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around that we usually do. So my joining the club is responsible for ruining the atmosphere? Not at all. There's more time before we go home, so we'll relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in club room. So maybe we can take the chance to pick up a book or do writing. After all, that's what this club is for. I disagree, Monica. Yeah, what about it? That's not the most important thing to do about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're vice president, Sayori. In the end, Monica's right. Being in the literature probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How do you all feel today about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Let's see, it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Kat, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems turn out even better. I think to myself, I do learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Kat, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, Kat, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught them to the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, I'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pet Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. So I think this time I'm going to try to impress Natsuki. So, here. Let's see. Oh, that's here. Okay, dance! kitty. Smile. Okay, so Yuri likes sweet. Cheer. Jumpy. Love. Anime. Group. Embrace. Puppy. Vanilla. Memories. Bubbles. Poof. I actually think I did a 50-50 with Sayori and Natsuki. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. In entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Kat! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. You come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously chooses her coin purse. She fumbles the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and the contents spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would brought a snack before coming to the club room. It's either you're not hungry when you choose to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so I will lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Kat to let me borrow some money! But don't get me involved in things like that, Sayori. Besides, she'll only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling mischievous little sons like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I get too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's the fun side of you. There's no way to think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and I have to accept the retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing some cardboard before she told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks you in the face and touches the desk. Flop. Yeah! Ow! What was... Eh? Cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this something cool? It's because I pay my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. And it was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. So happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly cuts brains over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Hey, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. Yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. So I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes to meet Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez! I don't get it. I get it. Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful Siri trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica is in the club room. Ugh, where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably has something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a worthy prize? She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Eh, that's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica has a club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You wouldn't have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played any music, Monica. I don't really. I just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. It's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little more better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Kat. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean it to put any pressure or anything. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I totally Sarah's mischief escaped. I'm sure Monica will end up complimenting her anyway. Natsuki, I mean. It looks like everyone has already settled. Sherry somehow finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back in her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Ugh, I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna come mess it up? Natsuki sets a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can admit you're really into it until you figure out the other person's stance. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga and missed on a stack of various books on one side of the shelf. Curious, I pull out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns the box of manga, and slips the volume right back into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight of the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard in my life. It probably means it's the other way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass in the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. Didn't even say anything. It was in the tone of your voice. But I can tell you one thing, Kat. You see this lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girl from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She drew the book right into my hands. I stared at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Won't the chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs won't work. You can't read at the same time like that. Yeah? What's that? I guess you need to be close together like this. Don't just say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crossed her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I could say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe something that sort of finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy over an ice cream shop. But that just helps, get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and some of the romance starts to happen. That's when it really makes it good. There's so many touching parts. Oh, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant it as I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. The chat just seems to be about baking. This is just a guess, but there's a lot of baking in this manga. Well, Natsuki paused for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to be baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into something because it's in a manga. I get bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess it explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick from a manga, that's definitely one of her better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? We read it for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. I'm sorry. I can't ever get my friends to read this stuff. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, hey, you still haven't grown out of that yet? It means you're gonna punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But I'm probably hard for someone else like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was the kind of a jerk about it. I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah, I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot what happens. Natsuki puts her finger over one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it always gets exceptionally bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get from when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it is a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry, I just need to make sure we have enough time. But you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She usually sets herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it toward Natsuki. You're just giving it back? You don't want to know what happens next? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I don't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course! It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only get partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and clearly slip the book into my bag. Anyway guys, I think I'm going to episode here before we share our next round of poems. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And definitely more Doki Doki Literature Club. In the next one, if we do, I might read a few side stories. But anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos like this one. And I will see you in the next one!
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the